R&B and the Breakfast Club. Very special guests in the building. 2 Chainz.
Yes.
And we use the word legend, meaning that the stuff you've done is already legendary. It has nothing to do with age.
Thank you.
You know what I'm saying? You've done a legendary work here, and you're a legend. Now, I want to go straight in about your new album and the for this album.
Rapper Go to the League is like this. Be more or less like some clickbait, and we'll get successful.
Yes.
You gotta, like, you know what I mean, win a talent show. You know, we or the goal is to try to you doing and being more than just an athlete or a singer. And so even though it's named Rapper Go to the League, the album touches on so many wider other subjects and things that you could be.
It does.
Yeah.
I remember a lyric that you had on there where you talked about like your coach.
Yeah.
Like sort of like spending more time with, learning more life lessons from your coach.
That's true.
Your family members.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Since we're on that subject too, I want to talk about the fact that you did play ball. So you do have that. You had it. You have them both. You play ball and you rap. You know.
I think that's why people also was wondering like where I was going with this, because obviously I rap for a living, and then I love sports, basketball primarily. I love it. ESPN is my favorite station. Everybody already knows this.
Yes.
So,
Mine too.
yeah, that's dope, Ash. So when I'm putting this together, it's like, I'm just trying to come up with a concept. I'm trying to come up with more substance when I'm putting this together. And like, some of the stuff that I'm talking about now, as far as like me spending more time, with coaches than I did my family members, you can actually learn something from that. It's just funny where you can just learn from, what I mean? And in this project, it was about me like, dropping some game, really, like some type of knowledge, obviously getting them a well put together project from top to bottom, with real ear candy as far as production. I think it started with the production, and then once I was able to layer substance and concepts on it, I considered it a classic album for this year.
No, for sure, and that, you got my vote on that. You know what? A weird thing kind of gave me a vibe too. You mentioned your wife in the album, and I thought that was really dope.
Yeah,
I think twice, as far as I can. And I don't know you, so I don't want to, judge or anything. I was like, just from hearing your other body of work, I felt like it was a level of maturity. You know what I mean? And congratulations, 'cause I know you recently got married here in South Florida. So I thought that was really dope. I also with the All-Star Weekend situation. No, real talk. Like, I feel like you have been an ambassador, without them cutting a check, probably just because of your love of the sport. You actually correlation together. So you are the ultimate ambassador, and for them to kind of like,
it worked out. We're on a good page, we're on a good note. I love the NBA.
Gotcha.
Honestly, yeah. And so it was happening like, man, I want to play, I want to be there. And they gave me tickets the rest of the weekend and moving forward. So it was just a conversation. I think I just had to get their attention.
Yeah, and I'm happy you did it.
Thank you, man.
You know, because sometimes we fight with stuff like that. Like, I don't
Yeah.
wanna say that, you know?
Yeah, because I don't want to be classified as the guy that's petty. I do that all the time. I'm like, man, maybe you should let it go because you're gonna like listen to how you sound. Because I see some of the younger cats on the gram, they arguing over like who made up whatever. Like it's like Lord have mercy, you know. So for me, it's like I try not to step into that petty angle. Like I don't want to be in that characterized as someone that's petty.
Got you. No, you handled it well. I'm happy everything worked out. Also, props on the television show. I may mess up the name.
Most expensivest. Most expensivest.
The show is so dope.
I know.
I'm a huge fan. I watched the one when you guys did the weed everything, like the dinner, the lobster.
Yeah. I think I knew I was gonna eat something. I didn't know what was going on because it was cannabis infused food. So that's kind of like
but
it's kind of crazy.
Was like
it was bomb. You develop relationships with people outside the show because they're interesting, and then sometimes they're a fan of me, sometimes they're not until the show. So I developed cool relationships with them, years after the show post.
That is dope. Ashley, what was one of your favorite songs off of
One of my favorites is Forgiven. It's probably one of my favorite songs.
Really? You like the album?
I do. I love the album. I was listening on the way here, but I like the song because it kind of because everyone's so trying to get money. Everyone's trying to be like their favorite rapper, their favorite ball player, that they're doing whatever it takes to kind of live that lifestyle. So for you to put that message out there, I feel like a lot of rappers need to kind of have that same message in their music. I feel like there's only a few handful, like you, Cole, Kendrick. I feel like you guys are a small group that are actually preaching like real life stuff in their music.
I appreciate that.
Yeah,
that's a good.
Do you feel like rappers need to kind of present different opportunities to the youth, saying like if you can't be the next LeBron or you can't be the next 2 Chainz,
my teenage years, my early 20s, I made huge mistakes. So I gotta tell people, and like everything else could kind of work itself out. Life is supposed to have its ups and downs. It's supposed to be good and bad. It's not going to rain the whole time. It's not going to be sunny the whole time. Once you understand that concept, you can understand kind of how to ride this life thing out. People kind of get desperate and do things that are regrettable and end up maybe in prison or in a graveyard, which kind of you can't receive a blessing in those type of formats. So for me, that's a part of what I like to preach because I've been here long enough. I went to juvenile at 15. I got locked up my senior in high school. I made a lot in school, actually, and I just made a lot of mistakes that during that time, if I would have just put my head down and not believe that there was something great on the other side, I wouldn't be right here today. So I can't really go and tell Junior, man, get it together, man. I can say that, but like when they tell me they this age, I'm like, man, Chainz, you need to shut up. You know what I mean? Like, are you serious? Because
you can't tell me nothing.
Like, really? Because like, and I think the kids understand that. Like, they looking at it's a lot of young parents out here, young parents raising young kids, and we all looking at like, man, I'm in the club with my homeboy and his son. Now, you know what I mean? It's just different. Everybody looking. Everybody got on drip, and can't tell who. So
I have to tell you, I was listening to the album, and like I told you before you came in there, I haven't listened to an album in its entirety from beginning to end since Notorious B.I.G.
Oh man,
tell you how long, right? So your album was the next one that I listened to in its entirety. Yeah. But how I was listening to it, I'm gonna tie in the story. I was cycling. So I wasn't able to see who was featured on the songs. I was just hearing. So I'm listening to the song and I hear this song and I'm like, damn, this sounds like Ashanti. Yeah. But not really. Who is this?
You're right.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana Grande goes hard.
I
Don't
know,
pick my
but
girl Ari.
no. And I'm not taking anything away from her or you. It
No,
was just not knowing.
Honestly, this is what it was. Without it being seen, you couldn't imagine me doing something with Ariana.
Oh, you give Ashanti a shot.
Yeah. So that's cool. You know, it's music, you know what I mean? Misunderstanding the music and got us, put us in the same room, and we worked together and enjoyed each other's work ethic and what we had to bring to the table, because she's my own business. I'm not curious. You know what I'm saying? So, and I found out that through minding my own business, I'm able to prosper that way, right?
Yeah.
But nah, this girl is really piped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm tripping. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, boom. So I go to a page. I'm like, damn, you know? And then, so I followed her, you know? And then, like, you know, and her album is, like, she played me a couple of those songs, like, before they came out. The Take Your, Take Your Boyfriend, whatever.
Break up with your girlfriend.
That joint, she played that, and I was like, that's hard.
Right.
And it's cool to see how it's getting received and stuff.
Well, y'all made magic on that joint.
Yeah, that song is dope.
So it just was a no-brainer to me. You know what I mean? You know, I needed me a ladies record. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm 6'5", I'm tall, dark, I'm handsome. Excuse me, Ash. Excuse me. I don't want you to start getting hot in here. But it's like, you know, like I needed something for the ladies on a more serious note. And so it was cool that we were able to put that together and shoot a video for it. And, you know, God willing, it'll be #1 real soon.
No, for sure, man. And it crosses so many platforms. Pop, hip-hop.
Yeah, it's a really dope record.
Yeah.
So I hope that for you as well. Was there anything different in this process?
For me, man, like for shows, obviously, you know what the crowd wants to hear due to like the content and the song. Because I know that I'm like way bigger than a trap artist. I can do that stuff like while I'm taking a nap. I can do it while I'm driving blindfold. I can do that stuff. You know what I mean? But I do know I have real lyrical content. I have depth. Rappers know. Trust me. Do a song with Ariana Grande, and I'm able to do a song with, you know, Lil Baby. I was able to express myself differently, and that's what's different about this album. The whole frequency has changed, and I wasn't less concerned about the shows. I knew the shows were going to come, and I just threw that out the window. Usually, I was more, you know, chasing the 808 and a certain bop, you know. But this right here was more. I was chasing vibes. I was chasing memories. I was chasing dreams, really. You know, and it's just like, that's what this was about. Rapper Go to the League. It's like every definition of me from the cover with the yellow crate on there, like just really showing people like what that symbolizes, like just using what you have to get what you want. Like
makeshift basketball.
Makeshift. Like it's so many little things. There's so many little details tied into this message of this album. It'll take a while for people to digest it, and I understand that it'll take a while. That's why I appreciate you saying what you said. The reason I did that motion is because Puffy told me it was a classic album too, and he helped create Biggie's album, and so I know he not blowing smoke. I know he not capping me up. You know what I mean? And that means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. That's all I can say.
That's what's up. I appreciate it.
What was the I thought it was really cool. PK and I was talking about it earlier with LeBron's involvement.
What do a lot of A&Rs know about music? Let's keep it real.
Okay.
to tell him to shut up and dribble or whatever. And we reached out to him and to tell him the idea. With more than an athlete. And what he helped me do was narrow down some of the songs that fit the concept of the album, because I obviously over-recorded. I probably had about 28 songs, and I cut it down, and I wanted it to be almost 12. I wanted to be 12, not almost. I wanted to be 12 and end up being 14. But I have so many other songs that could fit the concept that's dope. And then I had songs that were just like, I knew if we dropped them in the club, it'll go, but it didn't fit the concept of the album.
Okay.
So just like trying to just know, like, bro, you know what this is, but it don't go. So it's like, do you just put it at the end of the album? Do you let's just
bonus track.
Just try to, do you make a bonus? Don't even label it. Like let it keep playing, and if
like
it pop up,
B-sides.
so those were some of the conversations that we dealt with. I'm a fan of bruh, and how he uses his position.
Yeah.
And how he has his friends with him that work with him now, like the whole blueprint.
Which is really cool. Mav Carter,
Yeah, I'm a super
yeah.
I'm a super fan of that blueprint of how ones and twos.
So, I know you're on the. First of all, I want to thank you as a person who's been in the game, and has earned a status as a vet in the game, for coming to do radio.
Yeah, it was.
I have to say this as a radio personality.
It was hard.
It
was hard. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I
I'm
appreciate.
gonna be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, people like to interview me though, because I'm well spoken and people like to hear what I got to say. But on the other hand, I do sometimes feel like I've been doing this same thing for a long time. But and then on another note, I always say it's never too late to get a new fan. So it's just the balance, I guess. It's not something I won't do every week, but it's something that I do every so often. And then while I was in the city, I was at Live last night turning up.
Yeah.
Spring break edition. I know that was crazy.
Is that why I was so lit in there?
That was crazy.
Gee whiz.
And spring breakers don't play.
Yeah, man, that makes so much sense, man.
Yeah,
I was
man.
like, this thing lit. So,
Seems
I mean, that 2 Chainz too. You know what I mean? In town.
No,
That
I know.
helps.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? Just to
yeah.
bring the city out.
I was looking like it, so they definitely was in there. So, but nah,
Are
man.
you moving around with Trappy?
Yeah, Trappy, he with me.
The pink trap house. Can you bring that?
It was lit for no reason.
Everybody was posting.
You know how y'all about females, right? Her like a little cat.
I know.
I have a Trappy's a 5-year-old Frenchie.
I feel like you started the whole French
What's
bulldog
up, Chuck?
trend.
I start a lot of things.
Because I feel like ever since then, Tory got one. A lot of rappers have French bulldogs. Like I feel like he started this whole
Started a
trend.
trend.
Everybody
Start a
has
lot of
Frenchie.
trends.
We're gonna do a live break in 30 seconds. We're gonna talk for like 2 minutes. All right?
We was on the radio the whole time though, right?
No, not live. Yeah.
But you were recorded it.
Yeah.
I was about to
I ain't
literally
wasting your time.
say I'm not doing
I
radio
know you
ever
going
again.
viral with this.
Like, nigga, what the fuck was that about? Now you want to do radio? No, I'm out. I swear I was about to be like,
I wouldn't do you like that. Hey, it's Bobby, stood up one for hip hop R&B in the Breakfast Club. We are 103.5 The Beat. Very special guest in the building, 2 Chainz.
yeah. What's up?
City Boy is here.
I'm here, man.
I mean, after shaking down Live last night, you know what I mean?
Break.
I barely made it, but I'm here. I'm here, man.
We appreciate you. I just want to say, man, like already That project you just dropped,
It's on all platforms.
now over like I don't want to tell my age, but
Don't do it.
almost 20 years I haven't listened to the album from beginning to end. I listened to yours and I felt your maturity in it. I felt your growth. I felt you spoke about things that you won't normally talk about and hit on it like you did, brother.
I think it was just important to show growth every. You know, you learn something, or you wanted to try something different from last time. So with Rapper Go to the League, I wanted to make it more soulful. I wanted to include more concepts. I wanted to have more substance. You know, basically, I took up all the records that just wasn't talking about anything. Although they could have been hit records and really reacted in the market, I just thought that I should put a body of work together that was under an hour long, that could be therapy just for different people, and it could be a message, and it could be knowledgeable, and it could be just something filled with game and education for some of the youth to like learn off of, you know what I mean? And at the same time have that ear candy feel to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That replay value, so you want to hear it in the morning, you want to hear it at night, you know what I mean? So I think I tried to cover all those bases.
Now when I listened to the album, I was actually cycling. And it was a vibes. No, for real.
Pretty
Like
Lance
vibes.
Armstrong.
I mean, no, I ain't know that, but you know what I'm saying? I was definitely cycling and I was listening to it. And and a lot of stuff I'm repeating, but for the audience sake, when I was listening to one song, I was like, oh, okay, you got it in with a Shanti on the track. And then when I actually stopped and looked, it was a song with you and Ariana Grande. How did that come about? How did you connect with her to do that song, Rule the World?
Yeah. Yeah, we just got in the studio over some, you know, just a little minor discrepancy, nothing for real. Possibly one of the songs of the summer, you know, with Rule the World. It's a huge record. You know what I mean? I know this station is supporting it, so.
Absolutely. That song is huge. Yeah,
it's
man.
cool because she has her like a massive fan base. So like whoever wasn't aware of 2 Chainz, and like now they know. You probably biggest pop star I think out right now. I don't think anyone's bigger than her. And it's like you.
The most respect. Everybody, nobody messes with 2 Chainz.
Ain't no words, you know. What's that? Sticks and stones. Off the street.
Right.
Cause see, that's the pride thing. Ain't no your mama jokes. Ain't no, you know, you can say something about the kid. About rappers, like you just got to be witty enough to come back and be strong and confident enough. And I think people just know that I could go hard on any beat. It could be it's just scary to just think about what I might do, because I don't think I don't know. I just don't think people just know. I'm not. I come different, so many different ways, so many different styles. I'm not sure people want to try that. Really.
That's what's up. I saw you got rid of Here Weave Killer.
Yeah, I mean, I still got that going on here and there. I just thought it was time for me to grow up a little bit, you know. You know, man, all these different quick weaves and wigs and stuff. I just remove myself from it.
Right.
Nah, but on the anybody you can trick, you know. I don't knock the women who do anything to like upgrade themselves to be beautiful. I don't knock them for that.
That's what's up, man. Well, Rap or Go to the League out right now.
Yeah.
Amazing body of work. The album cover is epic. It says so much just looking at it.
Yeah, the yellow milk crate, man. I used to shoot basketball in milk crates and bicycle rims, and not because we couldn't afford it, but yeah, because we couldn't afford it. That's
What
really it.
position did you play?
I'm a guard. I can shoot really well.
I play basketball. That's why I asked.
You want some
I was
smoke?
a you want some smoke?
You want some smoke?
we can go one-on-one
What
right
you
now
wanna
if you want
do?
to.
Yeah.
2 Chainz in the building. Pick up his album right now. Amazing. Classic. For your time and knowledge, and we wish you nothing but the best and look forward to more.
We good.
Took care of you.
We good. Everybody's happy.
Loving it, man. All right.
Everybody's happy.
2 Chainz, you want to leave us with anything, brother?
Yeah, just have a good day. Man, y'all get home safe today, you know. Make sure you check out Rap or Go to the League. It's my 5th studio album. It's a great project from top to bottom. Great features on there from Kendrick Lamar to, you know, Kodak Black to Lil Weezy, E40, Ariana Grande. You know, I got some nice stuff on there. Marshawn Ambrosius. I got some of these streaming sites, apps.
All right, classics, classics.